Hey traders, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tucker, and today I was asking myself this question. If I was to start trading from scratch, what are the things I would do differently in order to avoid all the delays, all the pain and the misery that I went through during the first years of my trading career? So if this is you, please stick around and watch this video and the things that I have to say. Okay, so this is the first thing that I would ask myself if I was trading from scratch. What are my reasons? Why am I starting trading? Why do I need to start trading, right? Because I still remember when I was fresh out of college, I didn't have any money, I didn't have any job. And the first reason that I have for starting trading was I need to make money quick. Like most people are usually getting jobs, because they know someone, they're getting a good job, they're getting into a good company and stuff like that. But I wasn't, right? And I was feeling like I need to catch up with other people. And I felt like I needed to get money quick. That was a recipe for disaster, right? So you need to have a strong reason for why you're starting trading. Because for you to start trading, you need to treat it as a business, not as a get-rich scheme, right? You need to treat it as a business, because if you get into into trading with the mentality that you need to make money quick, you're getting into the market with the gambler's mentality, and the market will treat you just like a gambler. You will lose all of your money, right? So you need to have a strong reason why you're starting. Journal down your reasons why you need to start your trading. Treat it as a business. Give it the respect that it actually deserves, and it will give you the rewards that you actually deserve as well. So this is for me like the best first thing to do before you start trading. Know the reasons why you're trading, so that long enough when you're in trading journey, when you incur like difficulties and hardships, you know why you started. You have a strong reasons why you actually started trading. Maybe you want to help your family, or you want to help people in your country, or just want to educate the people as well, and with financial freedom and stuff like that. So you actually need to know why you need to start, your strong reasons for starting. They have to be beyond money. They have to be beyond all the material things that come with trading. And then the second thing is learn before you earn. Like, I'm from Zimbabwe, and we do like 7 years in an elementary school, 6 years in high school, 5 years in college, all for me to just learn a skill and then get a job. So you need to take trading the same as well. Maybe you might not like take as much years as learning like we did at school, right? But you need to give it enough time for you to actually know what trading is. Learn what moves the candles. Know exactly when they move, how they move, what causes the market to move, the psychology behind trading, the risk management, the strategy. Learn all those things. You need to put time and resources and money into learning. And that is something that I really avoided when I was starting trading. I didn't want to pay anyone to teach me. I didn't want to buy a book. I didn't want to spend hours on YouTube looking for exactly what moves the market. I wanted quick things like indicators, like things that could actually make me money quick and fast, which was really wrong. All of those things made me lose a lot of money, and this is my experience, and I don't want you to experience the same thing. So just invest, right? Put money in learning, put money in resources, buy a course, buy a book, look at some videos on YouTube. Actually spend money and time researching about the thing that you actually want to do for your lifetime, because this is something that actually makes you a lot of money. Because like in the forex market, like trillions of dollars pass through the market every single day, and that's the market that you actually want to go into, right? That's the field that you actually want to go into, right? A field that pays that much. So you need to invest much time and money into that. So learn before you earn. That's the best way for you to avoid having any heartache and misery, right? And then the third thing that I want to talk about is get an accountability partner. This is something that I overlooked for years. I traded on my own. I suffered losses on my own. I suffered heartbreaks on my own. I learned strategies on my own. I didn't have anyone to help me accountable whenever I'm doing something wrong, or whenever I'm betraying my own strategy. So this is for you to actually help you. Once you're starting your trading career, once you have done your research, right? Once you have your strong reasons why you want to start trading, get someone that you can actually teach how to trade, right? Get someone that you can actually tell your strategy, right? Get someone that you can actually study the market with, so that when it's all said and done, you actually have someone to hold you accountable when you're doing something wrong in the market. Because we say that you need to learn, right? You have learned a strategy, and you have learned how to stay consistent to that strategy. But when you're in the market, something just happens and you feel like you need to betray a strategy because you have suffered a lot of losses. You need to have that accountability partner that tells you, no, you're doing something wrong. Don't do this, right? And whenever you suffer losses, right, because it can be heartbreaking sometimes to have losses, you need to have someone that you can actually talk to. You, man, I don't know what happened. Can you show me what happened? I entered this trade in this, and then he can actually tell you this is what happened. You forgot to do this and this and this, which is part of your strategy. This is why it happened. Don't worry about it. We can, we can get back the money that we lost the next day. Let's call it a day. You need to have a partner like that can actually, console you and tell you what's going on in the market, right? So get someone that can actually help you. Get someone that you can actually talk to about trading, and from scratch, right? From nothing, from the roots, right? Someone that you can actually grow up with and then, have success and talk about it, hold seminars and talk about it, that we started doing this thing with this guy and he helped me, and I had this weakness, he had this weakness, I had this strength and he also had these strengths, and we actually helped each other and made money out of the market. And then the next thing is start trading small, right? Once you have learned right, as part of your learning, you've also done like demo account, right? You have actually back tested your strategy over and over and over again, right? You have back tested it, you have written down your strategy, your confirmation, your entries, things that you need to see in the market for you to enter the market. You've written them down, you've journaled them down. Now you need to start trading small with real money, right? And what happens when you make the transition from a demo account to real money? Emotions are now involved in the market. You're not trading the money that you have actually worked for. And that's the thing that brings me to this thing. Trade with small amounts. Trade with money that you're actually willing to lose. Don't come into the market with rent money. Don't come into the market with your school fees. The market will totally give you the best lesson that you will never forget. Never borrow money. Never ask for a loan. Never do that. Trade with money that you're willing to lose. And that brings me to another thing. Get a job if you're not working. Get a 9 to 5. Like, maybe, I don't know, go and sell burgers or something. Just get a job, right? That can sustain you. And pay your rent, get food, get your savings, and then use the money that is left for your trading account. If it's $50, $100, use that money, because that's the money that you're willing to lose, right? You get into the market with a psychology and a mindset that's better already, and you can actually win in the market that way, right? So after that, start with trading small. And what you're looking for into the market is not major profits. You're looking for consistency. You're training your psychology, you're training your mind to be consistent in small wins, in small losses, multiplying those small wins and the small wins into a ripple effect, right, of bigger wins, right? So that's what you need to do into trading. Get a small account, right? Invest a small amount of money. Risk 1% or 2% of your account, because you're not looking for results at this time. You're just looking for consistency. You're looking for your strategy, testing your strategy in real time, in real money, that it actually really works, right? And then after that, you can start scaling up. 5%, risking 5% of your account, risking 10% of your account. Then you start getting more. Then you start getting more and staying consistent, right? So these are the things that I'll actually do differently if I was starting my trading career. And then the other thing is that put God first. Put God first. I need to actually talk about this maybe in a separate video, trading with Jesus. Like, this is something that I actually discovered and actually knew that it actually helps me a lot in my trading career, because I've suffered a lot of losses, loss of time, peace of mind. You just need to have the best helper, which is Jesus himself, right? So follow these steps if you're starting trading. Learn how to trade. Get an accountability partner. Have a demo account. Start a small account. Above all, trade with Jesus. Yeah? So I hope this video helps. And if you have any questions of any videos that you want me to make, please write the questions in the comment section, and please subscribe and like this video. And disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this to show you what I did and what worked for me and what works for me. And I'm still upgrading my trading career as well. I'm not really where I want to be, but I'm somewhere where you can actually learn from me the things that I actually did in order for me to stay consistent and get some money out of the market. Yeah, so I hope you have a great week.